Welcome to ArtBase. In this video, I'm going to show you an introduction to the financials area of ArtBase. So here I am in my inventory file. I can go to my financials tab by just clicking on it. And in here you have the details about all the financials for this piece. So for example, the source of the piece is who I purchased it from or who I consigned it from, the date it was received, the retail price, which is the public price, the framed price, the cost of the piece, which is if I bought it, how much did I pay for it? The net value, which is like a net or dealer price. And what most of our clients use that for is a dealer price, meaning how much you would offer it for sale to another dealer or another gallery. And then the insurance value, which is what you have insured this piece for. Finally, the price notes is an unlimited area where you can write notes about all of these prices. Maybe the price can go up and down. Maybe there's some details about the deal with the artist or the consignor that you want to note down. You can put that in here. A note about these 5 prices is that you can change the names of these fields to anything you want in the settings file. So you have, if, for example, the insured value isn't valuable to you, maybe you would want to record appraisal value or something else, in which case you can change the name of this field to anything you want. To do that, you just go to the settings file from the ArtBase menu. In the general settings, under advanced, you have the 5 price name fields in here. You also have your 4 primary currencies, and we'll deal with that in a moment, the 4 most used currencies for your business. You can change those in here. Be sure to change those right out of the gate and to not adjust them later on, because once you've named these fields and you start entering values in for that field, it's best not to change the name of the field because then your values will be wrong. Okay, coming down the row, you have some tabs here for more currency and financial information. So for example, you have additional costs, all the money that you've spent on this piece. It could be fabrication costs, photography, shipping, framing, anything that you've spent money on. So in here you can enter a type of fabrication, framing, or shipping, and then you can write details about that cost. So maybe who you paid to, what was the invoice number, things like that. Who paid for it, the gallery or the artist, and the amount that you paid. There's a little trash can, so you can delete that line if you want to. This will give you a total of your additional costs here, and the advanced button will allow you to enter your additional costs in another currency. Okay, and you also have a total down here of cost plus additional. So that's going to take the total additional costs and add it to the cost of the piece. So if you own this piece, you can get a real total of all the monies you spent on this piece. You also see the total paid by the artist in fabrication costs and the total paid by the gallery. You have a foreign currency tab here, which allows you to enter multiple currencies. So for example, you can come in here and you can enter a price, for example, in dollars, and then you can enter an exchange rate for your 3 standard currencies. If you don't know what the exchange rate is at the moment, you can hit look up rates and it will basically take you to your favorite foreign currency exchange rate website, and you can look up those rates there. So once you've entered your rates and your price, you can recalculate all of the other prices by just clicking on the currency. So if I click on the dollar symbol, it will recalculate all the other retail amounts based on the dollar price. Does all that math for me. Let's just say instead I'd rather sell it, as a set 20,000 euros, in which case I can hit the euro symbol and it will recalculate the others based on that one. I can also designate this piece for example, as a euro piece. If I do that, you'll see that the retail price is now displayed in euros, and so will the other prices be. So for example, if I enter a framed euro price, it will then show here. And you can switch it back. Okay, so purchase info is here, how much you paid for the piece. the sales tax you paid, the discount you were given, the invoice number, the consultant that was involved in the sale, the currency that you paid, and the exchange rate at the moment of the purchase. Also, all of your auction details are here: house, estimate, buyer's premium, and lot number. Also, you'll notice that there's a total purchase price field here as well as a cost field. So what's the difference? Let's just say that you bought this piece with a partner. The total purchase price with your partner would go in here, and your cost would go in here. If it was 50-50, the half would go in here, and the total amount, 100%, would go in there. Okay. Payables are here. In Payables, you'll see you can notate what you're going to owe money to when you sell this piece. So for example, if I owe money to the artist when I sell this piece, or to a partner, or to a consignor. So to enter a payable, you just click in the blank area here, and it asks if I want to add a payable. I say yes, and then it tells me to go and find them in my contacts file. At which point I can then start searching on their name in my little quick find feature here, and then click on their name when I see them. So it's going to put their name in here, and then I can come in and enter either a percentage amount that I'm going to owe them or a flat amount. If I enter a percentage amount that I owe them, what it's going to do is it's going to take the retail price, and if I've already sold this piece, it will take the sold for, and then it will subtract the total additional costs that were paid on this piece. It will then calculate the 50% due to the artist, and it will add back what the artist has paid in fabrication costs. So if you want to review that calculation, that is the most standard calculation that we see all of our clients using for working out the math due to an artist. If you click on the information button here, you're going to see that calculation here. Of course, if this calculation doesn't work for you, you can do the math yourself and just type it into the flat amount area. Okay. You'll also then see what your net is going to be due to you once you sell this piece. Okay. Payable statements. Once you've paid your artists or your consignors, your statements to them will be listed in here. And finally, the last tab is the price history tab. Anytime you change the price in this piece, it will get recorded automatically in here. You do not have to change it yourself. It does it for you. You'll see a history of all the changes you've made. Okay. Let's talk about the sales info tab as related to this. So for example, if I go to a piece that's been sold, I can see here there's a sold for price here, and it will also show me the price that was sold for in another currency if it's sold in another currency. So back in the financials, under payables, you can see under the payables area, this will automatically default to be based on the sales price. You can change that in the advanced area by clicking here, and you can base the amount due to the artist on the sold for or the retail price. What this really means is, are you giving the discounts that you've given to your client, are you incorporating that into what you owe your artist? And if you don't want to incorporate those discounts into what you owe to your artist, you can base it on the retail price, and then it won't take the discounts off before calculating their 50%. Okay. Another thing you can do is you can get financial totals for a certain found set. So for example, if I come in here and I search for example, my Avedon records, I now have a found set of 4 things. I can go to my inventory menu here and choose Show Financial Totals. If I choose that, it's going to say show all financial totals for the current found set. So essentially what this is doing is it's calculating all 4 things. And there was a little warning there, by the way, that told you that if you're calculating thousands and thousands of records, this will take a little bit longer. So just be aware of that. So in here, you'll see a total of your retail prices for these 4 pieces. Framed, total cost, total net, insured value, total additional cost, so all the monies that you spent on fabrication for this group, total cost plus additional, paid by artist, cost paid by gallery. And you can print this if you need to. Okay, there's a similar thing over in the contacts file. If you are looking at a person's record, you can go to the contacts menu and you can choose show financial totals there. This is going to total for this one person. So for Tanya Van Sant, you'll see for sales, I can see how many sales I've made to this person to date is here. You can also see the largest sale I ever made to her was this amount. The date first sale made, the most recent sale you ever made to her, and then if she's a payable, so if she's an artist or a consignor, you can see payable details, essentially total amount due to her currently. I owe myself a lot of money. Total amount currently unpaid with paid invoices. So that means that you have a bunch of invoices out to people, some of them have been paid, and you haven't paid her yet. What's the total on that? And then total amount paid to this person to date. Okay, those are financial information for contacts and for inventory.